loves, I hope you're all well and welcome back to my channel. So it currently is 10 to 10 on Monday and I've just sat down to film my wedding prep video. It's been a crazy day. I've just redone my makeup, so if I look a bit bedraggled, that is why. As you can see, we've got the massive Christmas tree up in the background, which we've not decorated yet. We thought we'll get it in, get the lights on, and then decorate it after the wedding. But it's huge. It's probably a little bit too big, but I blooming love it. I have got lots of things to show you today. So the idea of this video was just to talk through everything that I'm going to feature in the wedding. I'll try and cover everything from like stationery to perfume to accessories. And then I'll post this after the wedding and I'll probably insert some like little photos or some video clips that I get back from the photographer and videographer so I can show you the things in real life, and hopefully it all comes together, because at this moment in time everything's on the living room floor and I have a vision in mind, so I'm hoping that vision comes to life. So I'm going to start with stationery, and as you know, I've done some bits myself, but I've also been working with a beautiful company called Notes, and their aesthetic is just me to a T. It's very minimal, neutral, stunning fonts. I love all the cards that they use. It was just a perfect match for me to work with them. So I have created mood boards for everything. So I'll share a look of the flowers now so you can get an idea of what I wanted to create. So these flowers here, I'll actually zoom in on, I'll just upload a picture and then you can see, but they're called Honesty. They're a dried flower and their petals look almost like vellum, like quite see-through. So I wanted to tie that in with the menus. So these are the lovely menus. Obviously they're neutral, shock. So we've gone for this lovely neutral mist colour, if you can see on there, and then we've got the vellum name tags, and we've got the little gold paper clips to tie in it with the cutlery and the candles and everything. Obviously with it being a winter wedding, I wanted a bit of like brass and gold in there as well. So those are the menus with our starter, main, sides and dessert. So I absolutely love those. So they're going to sit on a white plate with a taupey nude napkin, so the tones are going to tie in really nicely. And then we've got the vow books made in the same card, and these are just beautiful. So we've got the beautiful mist card again with this gorgeous, like, I think it's like silk bow, and we've got the place where we're getting married and the date as well, so they're so gorgeous, and these are so lovely to keep as well. I definitely recommend getting something like that if you are doing your own vows, because it's so personal, and then you guys can just keep them for yourselves, or you could even frame them. I just think it's a really special thing to have. So that's that. I don't know if I've shown you the invites actually. I'll quickly show you the invites as well, because they are beautiful and they tie in really nicely with obviously the rest of the wedding theme. So these are the invites here, and it says on the front, "'Tis the season to be a Jolley," because Lee's last name is Jolley, and we wanted to add a little bit of festive humour in the invites. So we've got the vellum belly bands there. We've got the RSVP there. Got the details page there in the mist. And we've got the main invite here, which is in this gorgeous nude colour, which really matches the venue, because of course you will have seen now it's all rustic barns and it's just stunning. So those colours worked really well, and I'm so happy with all the stationery that we've got, and working with Emma was just amazing, like back and forth emailing. It was like emailing a friend and just bouncing off creative ideas with each other. So it was really, really fun. They literally came today and I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that again with anyone now. But I'm so pleased with them, and I can't wait to show you guys them in real life, hopefully on here now when I've got the video footage back. And then I'm going to show you some of my personal stationery that I've made. So there's a lot of like little stations in the wedding that I'm planning on having. So like we're doing s'mores for the favours and I want an area for that. We're getting some blankets and the guest book and everything. So I wanted some areas where I could put some signage up. So I've got this little one here made. I just got the frame off Amazon, and then I got these printed myself. So this is to put up next to the blankets. I'm going to have like 2 or 3 boxes of blankets. I'll show you those later as well. So they were just from IKEA and they were really cheap. I think they were like £2 each. So I'm going to give them to my friend who works in events afterwards, and then he can just use them for events. So they won't go to waste. And then this is the sign for the s'mores. So we're making our own version of s'mores, and it says let's get toasted, roast a marshmallow and party s'more. And then we've just got a little how to do a s'more if no one knows how to do it. And then these are the little bags that I've made here, which are in the same font, and I've just made these stickers to go on the front as well. These are going to be in little baskets near the fire pit, 'cause we've got a fire pit outside. I thought this would be a cute little thing for people to do in between like dinner, before the party really gets going, and they can go and toast a s'more outside. So that's that. So you saw in my previous video, we just got the cheaper version of the Leibniz biscuits, and then we've got 2 marshmallows in there. So that's those. And then in the evening, we're doing like a sparkler kind of entrance thing. And I've got this for that. And then I'm gonna put all the sparklers at the front so they can use it. I've got massive ones. So they're called Monster Golden Sparklers, and they're actually huge. So they're all going to be in like a bucket standing up for people to pick up, and then we'll hopefully get some amazing shots with that. And then finally, I've just made a little sign for my guest book too. And then if you watched my vlog from last week, you know that I was making the favours. Well, the stickers came and I'm so impressed with them. I absolutely love them. My visions just come to life. I mean, I need to get a few air bubbles out of this one, but I've got them printed on like a clear sticker here. So it has our name, our date, and just thank you for celebrating, I think, yeah. Thank you for being part of our special day. And they just look like mini drinks. I just love them. And it ties in with all the white details on the table as well. So those favours are gonna go on the tables. And then I've got some more DIY bits in here. And I've made a little cards and gifts card, which I need to buy one more frame for. And then I've made these little reservation seat cards, which are really cute, and just pop some string on there. I actually used this string last year for my Christmas presents, so they've come in real handy. But yeah, they look cute. I just thought I'd add those on so it's really clear for people to know where to sit. And they were really expensive online, so I thought I'm just gonna make them. And I bought a tiny little hole puncher as well, so that's how I've managed to get quite a thin string through it. So they're very cute. And then I'm actually waiting on the table numbers. They're due to arrive tomorrow, I'm hoping. But these are the ones I made last year for when it was supposed to be our first wedding, but they're going to be exactly like this, but just in black. So yeah, they're going to be put on all the tables. So that's all my stationery bits. I'm actually going to miss doing all that because I really enjoyed doing all the DIY bits myself, and also working with another company too, because that takes like the stress off. So now I'm going to go on to fragrance. So I am such a big fragrance person. Like, I want a smell to remind me of that moment and that memory. So, and I also want that for my guests as well. And as you know, I've worked with the White Company in the past, and I have their candles all over the house. Absolutely love their fragrances, and they're so strong and they fill the room with their scents. And my absolute favourites are Winter and Fireside. So I've got these to go in different rooms. So Winter, this one is the cinnamon, clove and orange, and this one's gonna go in the ceremony room. So in the room, you'll see there's some gorgeous windows and they've got a little ledge. So I was just gonna pop one on each ledge and maybe some down the aisle as well. So then it just fills the room with this gorgeous wintry scent. So that'll smell incredible in there. And then with the Fireside one, and then in the bigger barn is where all the food and drink will happen. And there's a gorgeous wood burning fire in there. So I thought Fireside would be perfect. So I'm gonna have one on every table, maybe down the stairs, and a few more on the top table as well. So it's just gonna smell incredible. And I quite like the fact that it'll be like different rooms will have a different scent, but they all like tie in together. That really gorgeous wintry smell. So that's those. I'm very excited. So I just know these two candles are just going to remind me of this day now. I mean, this one especially reminds me of Christmas every year anyway, but with this being a newer scent, I know I'm going to remember the day. And Lee's perfume for the day is actually called By the Fireplace, and it smells very similar to this. So talking of perfumes, this is the one Lee's wearing. I love to wear this in the winter as well, but it especially smells gorgeous on him. He wears this in the winter anyway, and he thought he might as well just wear it for the wedding, and it fits perfectly for our winter wedding. So he's got a lovely new bottle for that. And then I'm also wearing Replica, but I've not decided which one yet. So I'm kind of I love both scents. I'm swaying more towards Whispers in the Library because it's different and it's a newer scent. But this is my backup just in case I change my mind. So this is Autumn Vibes, and this one is absolutely stunning as well. So I really like how they both sit together. Like Lee's is just a little bit darker than mine as well. So the scents themselves are just gonna go with the venue, go with the style, and we both absolutely love them. So that's why we've gone with the replica ones. So I'm going to go on to gifts now. So there's quite a lot to go through here because I'm going to talk about bridesmaids, parents, best men, and yeah, that's actually it. So I'm going to start with the bridesmaid boxes that I've made. So these are the little boxes I got off Etsy. I've not actually finished it yet because I've written the girls a letter each and I'm going to pop that in on the front. My friend actually did that for her wedding and that is what I remember most, and it was just such a beautiful touch. So I've stolen that idea off her because I thought it was beautiful. So this is Nicole's, my beautiful maid of honour, and I've got all the girls this box with their name on. So it's in this lovely gold font there. I'll find the link to the Etsy website. I actually got these 3 years ago now because that's when we first started originally planning the first wedding, which didn't go to plan because of COVID, if you didn't know already. So I've kept those for this wedding. And then I've got this inside. So let me zoom in on there so you can see. So I've got them this gorgeous little pearl bag, which I got off eBay. I've got this beautiful gold necklace from Daisy London. This necklace actually means sisterhood, and I'm all for having meanings behind gifts and stuff like that, so I thought that was the perfect necklace to get the girls, and they can either wear it on the day or they can save it and wear it for special occasions. Then I've got them a Pillow Talk lippy, a little silk scrunchie there, and then I'm going to pop their letters in there as well. So that's their little bridesmaid box for them to have on the morning. And another thing I've made is this little emergency kit. So I'm just waiting for the belly bands to arrive and then I'm going to pop that in the box. But I've literally got some card which I'm going to put some thread on and a needle in case of any emergencies, a face wipe, some plasters, and a nail file in there as well. So just a cute little emergency box. Again, I had these from not last year, 2 years ago. So I've just updated the paper, then I'm going to pop that in the box. And then that's going to all sit on there with the letter on there as well. So that's my little bridesmaid box. I'm really proud of them. I think they're really cute and I feel like it covers everything that they need and they can fit all of those items in their little bags. So they'll be sorted. And then as an addition, I've also got them a clutch too. So they can either use this bag or they can use the pearl one. But then I thought they could use this for their makeup afterwards because I've got a Katie Loxton one and I use it for all my makeup brushes. So this one is for Nicole, obviously maid of honour, and it's in this beautiful pearlised leather, and then I've got her initials on the bottom there. I think it's lovely that they've got a choice of which bag they want to use, and then they can also use this one for makeup afterwards. So that's the maid of honour one, and inside it says thank you for helping me tie the knot. So I think that's really sweet, and this colour as well goes really well with the bridesmaid dresses because they're wearing champagne. And then I've just got the same for the bridesmaids too. So I got these quite a while ago. I think they've updated them now, but they still look very similar. So I'll link those below if you guys are interested. And then for mums, I've got them some Jo Malone sets. So I've had these engraved just so it makes it extra special. So they wrapped it in a lovely gold bow and they've got Lee's mum's initials on there. And then I've also popped in a little Pillow Talk too, because that's the lipstick we're going to use on the day. So everyone gets a little Pillow Talk. So for Lee's mum, I've got the Pear and Freesia fragrance. Then the Pomegranate Noir body cream. And then this is my mum's. And then she's got the Pomegranate Noir as the fragrance and the Pear and Freesia as the body cream. Then for dads, we got them some fancy whiskey. I know nothing about whiskey, but I felt like I learned a lot today because we went into the whiskey shop in Manchester and we got an amazing guy and he gave us great advice on which ones to get based on what whiskey our dads already drink. So we obviously got them 2 different ones. So this one is this, so we got this one for Lee's dad. I would talk about it, but I don't know much about whiskey, but apparently it's delicious. We just thought we'd get something special because, you know, with it being the wedding day and then they can have a little tipple in the morning. And then we got this one for my dad. So I'll pop those below if you're a bride looking for some gifts for your dad who's a whiskey lover, or it could be for Christmas. And then finally for the best men, Lee has actually got them a really nice whiskey to have in the morning, and I ordered these off Etsy. They're in this beautiful leather and I got them engraved with the boys' initials as well. And I think with hip flasks as well, you can't go wrong either. So the boys will probably fill it up on the day, they can have it with them, and then hopefully it'll remind them of our wedding day. So I'm going to go on to my accessories. I'm not having a lot of accessories because of how embellished my dress is. So I'm having a Hollywood Glam wave, and then I'm going to wear these beautiful Majuri jacket stud earrings, which you will have seen in a previous video actually. And I just love the look of them. They're really minimal. I like the fact that it's like a big pearl and a small pearl. I wanted something minimal but still statement and modern too, and I think this is like the perfect modern twist on a pearl. So that is the earrings. So I don't know how much I mentioned about my engagement ring, but I've got it reset in yellow gold because I rarely wear white gold or silver. But I was searching high and low for a really dainty wedding band, and I saw some on Etsy, and then I wasn't sure whether I should order off there, and then when I actually measured it, they were just slightly too big, and I've always wanted like a really thin one because then eventually I can get another one on the other side so that it frames the engagement ring. And I found one on Majuri of all places, and I'm over the moon with it. It is stunning. It is so tiny as well. So I've got really slim fingers and my ring is actually really slim as well, and the cluster around it is, so I wanted something to match. So this is a gorgeous infinity ring from Majuri. I absolutely love it, and it's got the diamonds all the way around as well. So it fits perfectly, and I can't wait to try it on with my engagement ring. So that's literally all the jewellery that I'm wearing. You'll understand when you see the dress. I mean, you've probably seen it now. I don't know when this video is going to go out, so I won't mention it, but yes, it is embellished. I wanted my jewellery to be quite understated, but still really classy and modern as well, so I think those Majuri pieces are just perfect. The next thing I'm going to show you are the freshen up baskets. So I went to a wedding recently and they had these in the bathroom, and I was like, that is such a good idea. Now, I've not finished them just yet, but I've done a guys and a girls one because even though the bathrooms are right next to each other, there's like a table in our venue, and I thought I could put one basket on one side and one on the other. So the girls isn't full yet. I need to get some, I'm going to pop some tampons in there as well, some deodorant, some hairspray, oh hairspray's there, some deodorant, some baubles and a comb. And then I've got some hairspray, some tissues, plasters. And then I went to Le Labo the other day because I was buying something, and she gave me loads of testers. So I thought I'm just going to throw them in because there's only 2 scents that I really love from Le Labo, and I probably won't use them. So I thought if the girls want to freshen up or they want a different scent on for the evening, then they can just use these. And then for the guys, oh, also I'm going to put mint and some chewing gum in there as well. And then I'm going to do the same for the guys. So I've popped some more masculine scents in here, some deodorant, some beard balm, plasters and tissues as well. I just think this is a really good idea just to have in the toilets, and it makes your guests feel special as well. I remember when I went in and I thought, oh, that's such a really lovely, thoughtful idea. So I've tried to think of everything. I just need to get the rest of the bits now, and then I can use these baskets again in the home. So onto the bridesmaid dresses, and this is the one thing that took me the longest to kind of narrow down. I literally only got them about a month ago, and I'm so glad I found this brand because they are absolutely stunning. So the brand is called To Have and To Hold, and they do the most gorgeous quality bridesmaid dresses. I'm so glad I found them. So as you know, with the wedding being neutral, I wanted a champagne taupe kind of colour, and they had the most stunning shade of champagne. So this is one of the dresses. The other ones the girls have already taken, so I'll hopefully share a picture on here. So I can share a picture on here to show you. But this is the colour of the bridesmaid dresses. How gorgeous is that? So it's this beautiful taupe champagne colour. A lot of the champagne dresses that I've seen online do have like a pink tinge to it, and I really wanted one that had more of like a brown tinge to it, if you will. And I feel like these are that, and the girls look insane in them. They're so flattering on because they're super high-waisted as well. They've got so much fabric, so they really flare out. And look at the back. The back's gathered as well, so they're honestly, the girls look insane in them. And then the other dress has got sleeves and it's got like a knot at the front, and it's so flattering, especially if you've got a fuller bust, because it's got a deep V-neck and it just frames your boobs so well. The girls look amazing. So I'll share some pictures and some videos on here if I've got some footage back, and I'll link the dresses below as well, because honestly, I have been through so many dresses. I was sick of the sight of bridesmaid dresses, but I wanted to get it right for them because I feel like it's so important for you girls to feel good on the day just as much as you, especially if they're all different shapes and sizes. I would never want to put them in something that they weren't comfortable with. I want them to feel amazing and be comfortable too. So that was really important for me. So I'm really glad I kind of waited it out literally till a month before, and we got these beautiful dresses. So I think I've covered everything. So if I've missed anything out, I will add it in after the wedding. I'm sorry if I have, my brain is just a little bit fried at the minute. It's honestly crazy. It's like a mixture of like excitement, nerves, busy, but it's like a fun feeling, if that makes sense. One more thing I remembered, my little Instax camera. So I've got some film for this in the sale. I think it was like 2 packs of 10 for like £15, which is actually really cheap for Instax films at the minute, and that was off ASOS. Hopefully they still have the deal on, and I'll link it below. But I thought I could just pop this by the guest book table and they can just take a picture and then write a little note next to it. And then you've got those like in the moment photos, and we're also going to put some disposable cameras on every table as well, because I just love the look of them. I like the fact that you can't delete and edit, they're just taken in the moment and you don't know what they look like. So that's a nice little addition to have as well. Also, one more thing I wanted to mention, which I don't think I've told you guys yet, but I think I might do a whole YouTube video on it because it's been such an amazing experience. But there was a lovely girl who followed me on Instagram, and once I'd shared that I was getting married on the 2nd, she messaged me and she was like, I'm getting married on the 3rd. And then we got chatting like about winter weddings. Anyway, long story short, turns out we're getting married at the same venue. And I was like, this is just crazy, like what the hell? And just from speaking to her and voice noting her, I was like, oh, I really love this girl. She's got the same ideas as me. We have very similar visions, like colour palettes and everything. And then I just had a light bulb moment, and I was like, we could so share things like lighting, flowers, signage, and split costs in areas in which we would have probably spent quite a lot of money. And I just put it out there and said to Charlotte, look, this might be a crazy idea, but how would you feel about sharing the flowers and the lighting and a few other things? Because we've got the same venue, you want the same vision as me, and we can kind of bounce ideas off each other. And she was like, oh my God, yes, I was going to ask you the same thing. So it literally worked out perfectly, and it's been so nice to have someone who is in the exact same position as you and who wants the same vision as you as well. And it's just been amazing. And honestly, it has helped me enjoy this process so much more, because Charlotte's thought of things that I haven't, and I've thought of things that Charlotte might have not. And we've just created this amazing friendship, and it feels really strange that we won't be at each other's weddings. So we actually met up last night and we went for a wreath making class at the actual venue. So we were walking around the venue being like, right, we could pop a Christmas tree there, we could put our wreaths here, we could do this, we could do that. And it was like this amazing, really unique situation that we're in, being able to share like the decor flowers and the festoon lighting and everything like that. Obviously, we've still got things that are personal to us, like the vow books, the menus, the bouquets and stuff like that. That's very different. But in terms of colour scheme and like the big floral pieces that we're having, it can just stay up there for Charlotte, and the florist can just refresh areas if she needs. And it's honestly been amazing. I can't even tell you. If you know a bride that's getting married at the same venue as you, or I don't know, has the same vision of you, I would definitely just reach out and say, look, is this something you would want to do? We've been very lucky that we do have the same colour scheme and very similar vision, so it's been so easy. And that side of things has been really stress-free, because it's just been like almost working as a team to build like your dream wedding together for different days. Honestly, it's been incredible. So yeah, I don't know whether to do like a different video on that and do like a Q&A and get Charlotte on the channel and we can talk to you guys about it. because it is a really unique thing to have. So yeah, that's another thing that's happened as well, which I've not talked to you about. But yeah, anyway, I am going to wrap this video up now because I've been talking for like an hour. So I'm going to cut to the end again and I'll see you all very soon. Really sorry if I've rushed through this video. What time actually is it? Oh, it's 11:15. I've nearly been talking for like an hour. So hopefully it's not too long and I hope you enjoyed it. It feels really weird pre-filming it and then it'll go out after the wedding. So yeah, it's going to be strange editing this, but yeah, I'm hoping my vision comes together. I hope everyone loves their gifts and I'm just so excited. Eek. The next video I'll be filming will be all about my dress and shoes because I have designed those with some wonderful people and I'm really excited to share that. So yeah, I'm going to pack all this away now, get it ready and popped in the car for when we head up to the venue on Thursday. And yeah, I will see you all after the wedding.